Okay. 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 We are talking. You can hear me. Hello. Buenos dias, everybody. I think you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So even with okay, I'm coming. Ah, there we go. There's a lot of people here. Hi, Sarah. Sarah. I got my Sarahs. Okay, this is gonna be really funny. I can barely. Ah, ah, oh, ah, oh. I'm a little sore this morning. I went back to my trainer. Um, oh, yeah. Oh, so expect some changes in your yoga practice with me. We have to we have to keep our movements well rounded, and I had previously gotten into a really good habit of doing that. And then between our routines being disrupted drastically and starting a new business, which has been quite an experience, um, I stopped working out with my person, and so I went back to him on Tuesday. And he is amazing, but so I'm like, you guys, squats, squats when you like do so many, you feel like, or you use so many new muscles that you have to help yourself get down to the toilet seat. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, like, whoa. So I hope you're laughing because it's funny. So yeah, I'm pretty sore, and I had been incorporating a lot of well-rounded movements and strength training into our yoga practices, and then I kind of like got really caught up in working on the business stuff. So I kind of just went back to the tried and true. I know that I can do these sequences, et cetera, et cetera. And so now, as many of us experience our schedules drastically being changed and disrupted continually, I'm going to start incorporating some more of that back into the classes so that if you happen to be in a situation where, I don't know, there's a something going on in the world, I don't know, where you just don't feel like you can go places, then if you are at home, you're getting these well-rounded movements that strengthen your legs a little bit more than the classic yoga stuff. So that'll be fun. And your abs too. Abs. Ooh. So I went to do, I'm just gonna do one more thing here. I went to do my up dog and cobra and just in the cat cow. And stretch those abs are sore. And it was like, oh yeah. Why am I telling you about my workout, right? Besides the fact that it looked really funny when I sat down. Well, it's going to come back to meditation. And the thing is, like, we get really good into a routine and into a groove, into a cycle, a pattern, a samskara, right? Samskaras don't have to be things that are quote unquote bad. They just are. They're patterns, they're cycles, they're things that we repeat. They don't have to be good or bad. They just are what we do, right? And we go back into them. We slip back into them. So for me, this example is that I slipped back into only really doing my yoga practice, only doing my yoga practice, only doing the physical asana practice and then the meditative practice. And that all includes the breath work and blah, blah, blah. Like, I always have these little caveats so that I'm explaining myself fully. Um, the slipping back into that, while that keeps me relatively healthy and mobile, right? It's it the muscles, right, become very used to the pattern. They become very used to the cycle, the groove, right? And so not all of the muscles are being used. Not all of the experience is, not the entire body and nervous system, energetic system is being utilized or exercised, um, contracted and released, right? And so we need to remain diligent, right? You can ride the wave of the Hamsa Kriya and your meditation practice and keep doing it every day, but you need to be diligent about if you're really allowing yourself the time and the space to see what's happening in your mind and to um, be a critical thinker about it, right? And to say, oh, wow, I thought I was out. I thought I was in that place where everything is still. But really, what was happening was my mind had started spinning, but I'm so good at just kind of sitting here still that I wasn't even paying attention to my mind spinning anymore. So you have to remain diligent. You have to go back to the trainer. Go, oh wow, I forgot all about those muscles, right? And re-engage, ignite um, the meditation muscles, the gluteus maximus muscles, whew, all the different abdominal muscles, and that muscle of the brain that gets deeper and deeper, sort of recessed into like, whoa, I was able to really hide from her, him, them, the the spinning mind. I was able to like just kind of sneak it in there and just let the mind start spinning. So I think you know what I'm talking about. So how do we do that? Truthfully, we have to practice satya, right? Truth. Um, and we have to be objective and keep the heat of our practice there, the tapas, going to maybe add a few more minutes or take a few away or do twice a day for 5 minutes instead of once a day for 20 minutes, so forth. There's all kinds of variations you can put in, but the main thing is stick with the same basic thing, but then add another layer to it. Add a little check, like, oop, gotta check that one more time, right? And then add a layer into your daily, right? Not your daily practice, but your daily attitude or perspectives. And I think that why I started to get into all of this as well was that little extra daily is to please right now practice listening. Not only listening to yourself, right? And what is going on in that mind of yours and how critical it might be of you, but to also be listening to the people around you. And this is something that I've been trying to do, but say things like when someone tells you something or you hear something that you don't agree with on any level, like I don't agree with vanilla chip cookies. I like chocolate chip cookies. But if you want to talk to me about your vanilla chip cookies, so my new thing would be, oh, tell me more about vanilla chip cookies. I really don't know anything about those. What kind of recipe do you use? And listen, as opposed to vanilla chip cookies, I am not going to listen to this person talk about vanilla chip cookies. Oh my God, I'm a chocolate chip cookie person, right? So try to listen to the recipe that the other person is using. Try to listen to why they cook that way, why they what is it about a vanilla chip cookie that really turns them on? You know? So listen. And I'm not hungry. I don't know where the vanilla chip cookie thing came up with, but I like chocolate chip cookies with nuts, no raisins. But if you've got a recipe that's got all those things in it, I'm happy to listen to you about it because I'd like to hear about it. That's the new thing. Like, tell me a little more about that. Try some version of that that feels good to you. Tell me more about that. Unpack that for me. I'm trying to understand it. Could you tell me that some more about that? Without an agenda, without a view to change your mind or change that person's mind, listen. And that will take your capacity to listen in here and to pay attention and be diligent to that sort of next level or out of that comfort zone and into paying attention and being meditated. Not medicated, meditated. Speaking of which, let's go. Bring one hand to your stomach and one hand to your chest. I apologize for talking so much this morning. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out. One hand on the chest, one hand on the stomach. Close eyes and deep breath in and out. And hear everything that's going on in your mind right now in response to vanilla chip, chocolate chip, raisins, listening. And then tell your mind we're going to set that aside and bring your awareness to your breath. Only the breath, in and out. Apply a light ujjayi if you practice ujjayi breath, that little constriction at the base of your throat. And that's going to slow your breath down a little bit more. No matter how long your inhale is, see if you can exhale for a 7 count. So that's an Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, and so forth. So really lengthen that exhale. Next time you exhale, see if you can lengthen that 1 or 2 more beats of your own length, whatever that length was. Just 1 or 2 more beats longer. And as you hold yourself with your hands, when you keep extending the length of the exhale, notice if you've slouched a little bit or leaned into your hands, tilted forward. Or if you can, allow yourself to lengthen straight upwards, shoulders balanced over your hips. And your exhale should be around 9 to 11 beats by now. And then a slow but relaxed inhale. And keep that long exhale. And at the end of your next exhale, keeping your eyes closed, lower your hands down to your thighs or knees. Keep that long exhale. And whatever your exhale was, inhale by half. And then try to exhale that same length that you did before. So if you exhaled for 11, inhale by 6 or 7. And then exhale 11 again. And do that for 2 more rounds of breath. Half inhale, long exhale. One more round. Now relax your throat if you were using Ujjayi. Notice the quiet as the sound of the breath subsides. And the planes of your face, the skin of your forehead, your lips, everything relaxed. As there is this reduction of concentration on that physiological function of the breath. And this almost as if the mind has been set free. The glider no longer being pulled by the plane. Just free to glide, to float into that space just behind the center of your forehead. if for some reason the mind decides to get noisy again, apply quiet ujjayi, take one round of breath, and then relax the throat and move back into that place of stillness. And sometimes that breath of ujjayi that helps to bring you back to help quiet the mind, allows you to let go again. Sometimes we find the mind is so caught in a loop, conversation, strain of experiences, that we simply stay with the breath. We allow the focus and concentration on that act of breathing to be the thing that quells the thoughts, quiets the mind. And begin to take a nice deep breath in. An invigorating breath in, and as you exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. And rub your hands together vigorously. And then take your palms over your eyes. Smile. Breathe in and out. Go take your hands over your heart center. And take your right hand into a fist below your navel. Envelop that fist with the left hand. Press back as you tilt forward. Open your eyes in this position. Look at a point on your floor. And lift your gaze back into your room. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I will see you at 7:35 for a little asana, little half hour of movement. Ah, oh yeah. See you later. Ooh.